tires suck.
Holy crap.
Oh, did you feel that?
Yeah,
it's
I felt
icy out here.
You guys, we have a brand new car coming into kind of the channel. Kind of. Dave loves this thing.
Oh, absolutely. After that drive we did, love it. Probably, I hate to say it, my favorite car on the channel right now.
It's sick,
my
right?
collection. I love the Squadra, but like,
I know, I told you. It's good.
It's really good.
It's a great car. Dude, you're such a jerk. Oh my gosh.
We have a new front bumper for this thing, right?
That is true.
Yeah, whatever.
You do, yeah, whatever. You guys love car reveals. You love it when we bring new stuff to the channel, new blood, new oil and lubricants. We're back in Richmond, British Columbia to see Uncle Ray Ray. I set Uncle Ray Ray out with the task to find almost an impossible car to find here in Canada. There were very few of them that ever came to the United States. Only 132 ever came to the US out of the 350 globally ever produced. This is an extremely rare car. It took a long time to find one and at the right price. I didn't want to buy it at the exact peak of the market. So the car that's in here that I want to show you guys is truly, when I say dream car, I know some of you guys are like, how many dream cars do you have? I have a lot. I actually had probably about 50 cars that I really wanted to own and drive at some point in my life. Some of them I drive and I get over, and some of them I want to keep for a longer period in my life.
Raymond, today is the big day. How excited are you?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I really am.
Someone put some cones in your stupid parking spots and accidentally hit one. And I want to be, you know, taken care of for that.
It is very sad on our part what we've done to your car.
Let me ask you this. How many coupes versus convertibles did they make in the SLS?
10,000, 5,000.
Where the hell are they all? Because I never see them.
You never see them.
Yeah, it's probably because people are driving them into cones and stuff.
So here I am leaning up against the newest addition to the collection. When I say collection, this is a collector car. Should we get to the reveal? Because you guys probably can't tell what the car is right here. So the car is a very, very special SLS Black Series. A car I have genuinely wanted not only to drive and to experience, but to have in a collection. Because when I talk about collectible cars, this car was a very special car because it was built by HWA and it was built off of a racing heritage and platform. So there's a lot of GT3 attributes actually in this car, the way that it sits right like this. 622 horsepower, rear wheel drive. This has the carbon ceramics. It's got a lot more aero if you look and walk around the car. It's got the fixed carbon fiber wing here. This car already comes with a wide body kit on it, built into the car already. And you can see that from the way that this piece accentuates and sticks out from the corner taillights. Very, very special car. Again, only 350 units in the world. 132 came to the United States. Less than 10 ever came to Canada. And this one is in Imola Gray, which is cool because they only made out of the 132 that came to the US, 10 in Imola Gray. They mainly made them in black, white, and yellow. This is the newest addition to the DD fleet. This car specifically is going to get, actually, I'm gonna say this for the very first time, nothing done to it. Not gonna do anything to it, not gonna mod it, not gonna get an exhaust, it's not gonna get wheels, it's not gonna get a wrap, it's actually already got PPF protecting it. This is a fairly low mileage example. It has well below 10,000 miles on it, and I would like to keep it that way because it'll keep the values high. I truly believe from seeing what the SL300 has done, that if I keep this till I'm an old man, it could be a really good investment and a beautiful car for me to look at in my garage at my house in Kelowna, and on date nights, take my wife out in it because it's a very comfortable car, isn't it, Dave?
Very comfortable.
So if you open up the doors, the neat thing about the Black Series is they didn't change any of this. This is exactly the same as what's on Dave's car. In fact, it's even got a plastic gas cap, which I was surprised because I thought maybe they would do something special with this, but they didn't. The interior is virtually the same layout, all the same buttons. It's just done in carbon fiber and Alcantara, and it's done in this really cool two-tone. Red Alcantara, black Alcantara, red stitching, black leather. We got some red seat belts. Then you got the carbon fiber on the door sills here, carbon fiber all along the seats, carbon fiber in the center console, and they do a blackout package for all of the venting up on the dash.
Probably go drive it.
Yeah, I'd love to go for a drive, get behind the wheel of this car for the first time and really enjoy it. There's tons of little bits and pieces on here so that because this is a wide body kit right from the factory, they got these carbon inserts on this side. It's got this nice aggressive edging where you can see the body line flows out, and with the side skirt, it is significantly wider right from the factory, to the point where, again, you'll notice on Dave's car, this is very flush, and you can see the crease and the basically like indent that the gas cap creates on this car, on the Black Series. The front's beautiful. They have this extra styling added to the hood with the carbon here, and on the front you have a more aggressive carbon front splitter. You got these carbon inlets for the front part of the bumper, and then of course these little dive planes, which adds extra aero. It doesn't look like a lot, they look quite small, but at higher speeds, 150 miles an hour, that makes a huge difference. Mr. JWW, he has spent a lot of time over at Manthey Racing, and Manthey, when they were first developing some of their aero for some of their other models, they put a significant flick on the back of one of the cars, and he tells me this story. They would have a wing and they would add something as simple as this tiny little flick. They added that to the GT4 RS. I believe that was the car. It was putting so much downforce on the car, it was actually leaving a dent in the chassis underneath the trunk. And they were like trying to figure out how that was happening. And it was simply from that little extra downforce being created from the flick off of a wing.
And inside here.
Yeah, this is where you were saying.
So
did you know this, Raymond? Dave looked it up. And there's actually an explosive inside the pins for the door.
Yeah, so there's an explosive, so if you do a rollover or whatever, these literally fly almost like a James Bond movie or like an airplane. Flies the doors off.
Well, they don't have anything to push them off, but all these bolts inside have a fuse that will separate. So basically you have to just kick the door open.
So it doesn't blow them away?
No, you have to kick them open.
But I was told it blew it away. That's why I was charging so much money for these things.
Video, I showed the actual graphic of them showing how it works, the explosive bolts. Yeah. And in the middle, it's a bit thinner right in the middle. That's where the charge is, and it just separates. But it's not crazy, because they want that to float and hit you in the head. Like a bullet.
No one's going to blow you today for selling this car.
Well, I would have enjoyed. No.
Oh, hold on, never say never. All right, let's go. We got the fancy standard Mercedes key right here. And even though it is technically one of those infrared keys, it is a fob. You don't need to put the key in anywhere. However, if you want to, right back here in this weird little cubby. So if I want to, I can reach all the way back like this and put the key in. I can put it in. You hear it? Key's in, says take your key. I think I'm trying to leave. I'd have to put my foot on the brake and turn this. That is the most bizarre thing I have ever done in a car to start it. You take the key, throw it right here somewhere, and just hit this button. Ah, yes. Definitely much more convenient. So here we are, guys, in my brand new to me 2014 AMG SLS Black Series. I'm super excited. I've wanted one of these cars for a very long time. A very, very long time. And the reason I've wanted one is because I've always knew, for one, that this would be a collector car because of history proving that the previous Gullwing was a big collector car. And then on top of all of that, this being such a special edition made by HWA and built off of like a GT3 chassis. Even my boy James, Mr. JWW, was like, this is a very, very special car. Give me a call once you've driven it and tell me what your thoughts are compared to a standard SLS, because they are quite unique.
Well, the Black Series is a little bit wider.
See how the headlight comes right over and flush to the bodywork? You can see here how much wider it is. That's crazy. So you don't have this. And it kind of follows the same theme like in here. They make this more aggressive with the carbon. They give it the dive plane, the more aggressive front splitter. This has a more aggressive line, like crease to the hood. And then you have this carbon piece in the center here, which allows for airflow to come under the hood, through the front grille and out to release air. This is a much deeper sunken in because of the wide body carbon piece. So the air comes out here. There's grills and stuff on this side, obviously. Following the wide body theme, it's just got a much more aggressive side skirt. Then you have the venting or cowling on the side here, which is not on the regular SLS. Look at this crease right here, how it's got this. And on this car, it's literally flush to the body. One thing that's really unique about this car that the SLS Black Series, no matter how cool it is, does not have, is it has no active aero. It has a fixed wing, where this actually little active aero piece I think is really cool. Ironically, Dave is going to delete that and opt for a GT3 style wing, which is even more aggressive and bigger than this car. So when we're done with this car, it's gonna truly have a lot of the wide body GT3 Black Series attributes on this car, and even more aggressive, and an even bigger wing. So I'm stoked for that, and even bigger dive planes on the front. Again, this is all mainly extra styling, plus because of the wide body kit. You can see with the taillights flush here to the body. This one has this big piece where you can obviously tell it's wide, blah, 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 you guys get it. Dual quad tips versus dual tips. Carbon diffuser. I'm stoked though, because when we're done building your car is gonna have all of this look,
Oh yeah.
but more aggressive. Woo! And starting things out in comfort mode. See how this thing turns into an absolute monster, as I have been promised by my good friend James, Mr. JW Dub. He said this thing, when you put it into that Sport Plus, he's like, you are gonna love it. It is an absolute monster. Just bump things up here one notch. Sport. Response is immediate. Because it's just a naturally aspirated V8, there's no boost of any kind. It is immediate horsepower, and the torque comes in real strong. So it just feels like such an immense amount of power pushing you forward. Now I think we really need to bump things up here and just get to the goods. We're gonna go Sport Plus. Oh wow, you wake this thing up. The ceramic brakes on this car are just on another level. Woo, crazy. The throttle response on this car. Sheesh. Woo. Sheesh. Wow. Maui wowie. Now, as crazy as that car is to this car, at a glance, man, this thing is dead sexy. Good, I'm curious. I am curious. Why do you have more pops? Oh, there it is. This is instant power. It is absurd. 622 horsepower to be exact. Now another feature I just picked up on that I didn't notice was in the regular SLS is there's an additional dampening button. So I can make this thing even tighter. And I'm gonna go and pop this thing into manual mode. Considering this has a DCT transmission, it's much more refined in this vehicle because of the tuning. Oh, the grumble. And then just hold the RPMs a little higher. Listen to how deep that NA AMG V8 is. Oh, and the whole cornering is crazy. There's zero body roll in this car. The downshifts are gnarly rad. Cornering test. We have a low speed roundabout here. Yes, very tight. Very tight. This is great. Everything in the gears is so much quicker. Wow. Oh, and those downshifts. Wow. It's instant. Man, the power is just so crazy. I actually have no other car in my fleet that's anything like the responsiveness of how this car is tuned. Oh, yeah, baby. The burbles. The burbles get me. This guy. It's pretty cool. We've got two SLSs. The downside is, as cool as this car is, Dave's GT3 is going to be rarer and even more special when we're done with it.
You look good at that.
Thanks, man.
Dude, I'm shocked with these cars.
It's so sporty. And it's everything that I love about that car. It's just a slightly sharper knife's edge.
Let's go to Starbucks and talk about it.
Some corners here. guys might remember this location, this Starbucks, from our time where we spent just shy of 2 years here in Canada prison during the COVID days, and we came to this Starbucks a lot. Front end's really long.
Bro, trust me, I know. I've already messed this up a few times.
What are your thoughts seeing this thing drive down the road?
Yeah, it looks really good. It sounds really good. It gives me a lot of excitement for this build. And I was thinking it'd be cool when this is done to bring it back to Canada and do some Canadian drives in these things together. Not many cars surprise me in a positive way. I've had cars disappoint me. You have all this hype in your head and you get it, you're like, but these cars is the absolute opposite. At least for me in this car anyway. It's like, I was not expecting it to drive as fun. I will take this over the Squadron Force right now.
Because it's got all the things.
It does.
And the way that it drives on the road, it's incredibly built for long road trips. It's a GT car.
The way it turns in, it's hard to describe. It's so well balanced. It's a lot like a Porsche in the way where it just turns and the whole car dips and there's no movement. Yeah. I'm not describing it properly. It's just.
And even in this car, because I've driven this car, it is extremely planted and it stays very flat when you turn corners. This is just like that on steroids. It really is. It's cool though. Like we can probably get both doors up, and now we can compare some of the things like the door sills. So we have the carbon insert here, and this is plastic. You can see the steering wheel and obviously the center console and everything in this, and beautiful black leather with the stitching. And then this car, they just bump everything up to another level. Are you wanting to do an upgrade and do the ceramics? Because that's one thing I know. I know you're pretty jealous of the ceramics.
Especially since I'm actually gonna put miles in this thing. It'd be cool to have ceramics on it just for that. Number one, brake dust. Yeah, and also just performance.
What a time to be alive. I am gonna be forever grateful while I'm presently alive for the time that we got to live out of all the times to live. I'm sure there were other times on this planet that were amazing, but honestly, we're driving, I believe, the best automobiles that'll ever be on planet Earth.
There was that arc where they got their really analog, like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. There was that sweet spot, like late 2000s, the 2010, 2020. Then it got too good with all the driver assist. The Bentley was amazing, but it drove itself.
Yeah.
But there was no challenge in that. It was very disconnected. And I love the luxury, but this is like that absolute sweet spot of when Mercedes was just like raw, no turbos, no hybrid.
As you like to say.
No, yeah, no condom, nothing.
No condom.
Oh, interesting.
You guys notice this is all carbon?
Dude,
Yeah.
that is great. The whole thing.
Yeah, it's a full carbon hood.
That is beautiful, actually.
Look at this, you guys. So here's the center of the wheel. Look how far back the motor is. It's a true mid-engine car.
Yeah, they really stuff it under here. It's like halfway into the dash.
And did you know that this is a 49-51 weight distribution car? It's almost nearly 50-50 weight distribution.
That's why it handles so good.
That's why it handles, yeah, for sure.
Imagine the engineering that had to go into making that happen.
They need to call Ferrari and tell them how to build a car. The 599 needs an SLS love.
I agree.
You hear the engine right in here. You hear it starting. The engine's right here, here. We're in reverse. And we have a backup camera from 1991. There's Damon's Black Series.
The downshifts in this are just, they hit different. The power is insane. The way that it kicks in and the torque. It's all the torque in this car.
Mark my words, you're gonna go buy an SLS with your GT3 kit on it as well to have magic.
The odds are pretty good. I'll have the boy version and the collector version.
If you ever get pulled over in this car, you have to say the window doesn't work and open your door.
You first. Look how good that thing looks. It's so good. It's so crisp. Elegant lines. It's gonna go down in history just like the SL300, mark my words. Especially this thing. Dude, it sounds so good. What is going on right now? Please explain to me. What?
And that was going grocery shopping in the middle of the road.
That was wild. The guy was just like pushing his car in the middle.
Cup twos, eh? Must be nice. that it is a factory option if you want the carbon.
Really? So you can get it bare like that?
Yeah, like this. You can also get equal length headers. You can also get a supercharger.
Oh my goodness.
And tomorrow I'm gonna go drive this car.
What car?
The supercharged model of one. There's a shop here that builds them. So if you want to drive it, see if you like it.
Really?
Your wife or the car?
I drove here today.
Holy, what kind of wallet is this? Is that your mom's? What's this? What's in your front pocket?
What do we got here? You know what? We have one American Express Platinum card. This guy's got multiple.
Those little shell companies overseas.
And a black card.
That's my Costco card.
It actually is. It's a black Costco card.
So Raymond says this is the best car. This is a 430 Spider with, what wheels are these? Oh, those are your wheels. Oh, you're in the wheel game like us, hey?
Like you, yes.
Obviously it's a convertible. Raymond likes his cars clean, clean, clean. Like his blood.
Very clean blood. Very clean blood.
Do you ever get blood tests?
No, then they know how dirty it is. That's what I can say I'm clean.
It's like an audit with your body.
You just don't want that. No.
So let's do this. Let's go upstairs into your wheel warehouse and find some options for the SLS. What's the website called? Pure.com?
Purewheels.com.
Purewheels.com.
The fact that you guys have known me for this long, you've worked out of this place for years,
Yes.
and you still don't know my website? It's like me saying, oh, what's the name of your company?
You know the truth
DFE?
is, I would just Google Pure Wheels. I would never actually think of a website. I would just say SR Pure Wheels.
So
or
why did you bring up is your
for the audience, they want right now to go buy your wheels
So
and support
they
you.
don't know how to Google? You're calling them stupid?
Just that one guy watching right now. You know who you are. Oh, they don't put the website link below. I can't figure it out.
Got old.
So you guys are wondering the connection. So back shop stairs, it goes to this office space.
This is where the CRA auditors come spend their time.
Where I get audited.
And this is where the wheels are kept.
Some of the wheels get kept. What do we want? We want used.
SLS wheels.
I feel like I have a set somewhere. Pure fins, ADV1 display, SAM NSX, white reverse lips,
LFA.
LFA S63.
You weren't lying.
No, I knew I had a set of SLS old school wheels. They're actually not ugly, unless these have a red lip. If they have a red lip, they may be ugly. Oh no, we painted them gray back in the day. Look at that. Brand new.
I give you a good deal, my friend.
Yeah, these are off an SLS. We're gonna refinish these puppies, throw them on. Or we can't.
The hunt continues. The truth is that we are wide body in the car, so we'll have to get a custom offset.
Yeah, it is true. You don't want to drive on these to the States and destroy them?
Why do you keep all these wheels? Like the wheels are wrecked like that.
What am I gonna do? You know you can fix wheels, right?
Give them to charity. Go to a local food bank, give them some Pure Wheels that were 12 grand when they were new.
There are actually more.
There are more?
Yeah. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. You guys don't want the real.
The audience loves to give them words of wisdom. Anybody right now watching that want to ask him a question, answer the question.
What does that even mean?
Read below the comments and answer the questions.
Right now?
Yeah.
How did I get here? From Fred in Massachusetts. Well, Fred, I got here by working my tailbone off and meeting the right people. Some of the right people walked into my life maybe 15 years ago. David and Damon, I don't know how long it was. But point is, they walked into my life and look at this fun we're having now. We get to hang out together, make videos, they get paid, I just waste time. That's how I got here. Thanks for your question. Next.
Well, speaking of Porsches, this is Raymond's race car.
It's not Raymond's race car, it's Alex's screwed the pooch on the weekend.
What does that mean? He
blew
scratched
the
the
motor.
wheels? What?
Yeah, he blew the motor, now he's trying to take it out and fix it. It's not gonna happen.
Your friend's name is Motor?
But he really races. Like, he races all over the place. He has a 1:26 lap time at Laguna Seca. That's fast, especially in a cup car.
I've never seen proof.
Just because you said that, I would pay, no joke, I will pay $5,000 for you to sit in the front seat while he does a 1:26 lap time at Laguna Seca.
I like $5,000.
And film it. You strapped in on a 1:26 hot lap. Do you know how scary some of those corners would be? Let alone the.
He only has one seat.
Oh, he can put another one in?
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
Then it'll get heavy. You won't do 126.
Gotta even the car up.
You weigh 80 pounds, Raymond. What do you weigh? You're not 150.
Yeah, you're definitely 80 pounds after jerky.
No. I got a little bit of a stump here.
I have a special guest appearance coming here, by the way, who's
that's
going to
exciting.
share some fun insights on how special the Black Series is.
Oh, that's exciting.
Just because I know people won't believe me, and nor should they, because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I think this gentleman probably knows what he's talking about. How are you, mate?
I'm okay.
I was saying I need a little bit of like real credibility here.
I mean, these are so special. Like, I think the easiest way of explaining this is like Mercedes TDF. It's that sort of thing. It's like way more special, sadly, than AMG or Mercedes let on. And I don't know why. For some reason, the development journey involved a company called HWA. It's one of the founding partners of AMG. So there was AMG and there was HWA.
Crazy.
And yeah, and HWA went on to run the SLS GT3 program.
They were
And
all the race cars.
All the race cars, and they were solely responsible for the GT3 program on the SLS platform. And they've been working with AMG for years, so DTM program, and they even dipped into Formula E at one point when Merck started exploring that. But basically, over the years, if there was ever a Mercedes AMG race program, it was generally in the hands of this company called HWA.
Well, this is it right here. Raymond even is over your shoulder, over the shoulder here.
Hey, James, how are you, bro?
Read it out. What's it say?
Man, how you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you again. It says HWA stands for Hans Werner Ofrecht. HWA AG is a company founded by Hans Werner Ofrecht, who was also the A in AMG, like you just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the A in AMG.
Yeah.
He's the A in
He's a big swinging dick.
What it stood for, but I know he was one of the co-founders.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's really crazy. But for some reason, and the only reason I know this is Norman Choi of Apollo
Yes.
was working with HWA on the Apollo program, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about this Black Series. It was one of my favorite cars, and he just casually like dropped it in. It was like, "Oh, you know HWA developed that car," and I was like, "No." So Mercedes UK lent me their museum car. So Mercedes UK have got one of the 50 or so right-hand drive cars. So I dug deep into this HWA story, and when you do, you look at that car in a totally different light, because it's like literally got the components out of a GT3 car in it.
Damn.
Like everything's different, cooling's different, torque tube's different, engine mapping's different. It's wide body from factory. It literally runs GT3 cooling gear in that car. Like, it's a totally different thing. It's got a wider track. It's got proper optimized aero. Like, it's really serious thing. And sadly, for some reason, and I think probably they put HWA under NDA to not talk about it. But the reality of that car is it was developed by a racing team, not AMG, which makes it way cooler.
Yes.
My house is cool too, James.
I win. Well, what's cool is Dave's actually getting an actual one-off replica-esque carbon wide body kit from the actual GT3 race car, which they did the development on. That's coming from the Philippines, which is already here in the US. That's gonna go on Dave's car, which is really just a slightly more aggressive version of the Black Series with a bigger wing and the GT3 parts.
That's gonna be nuts.
And I'm getting Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, they desperately need that.
Dude, the audio tech is not what you get this car for.
It is not what you get that car for, man.
But
how good does it sound?
Honestly, even Dave's SLS sounds, I would say, as good. It has all the pops and burbles that this thing has. Yeah, but stock.
That's mad. I think the Black Series comes with a titanium exhaust out of the factory.
Well, that must be just for weight savings, because I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference in sound. They sound the same to me.
Oh, that's interesting.
That
is cool.
Because if I was sitting here and rev this and rev that, which we just did 10 minutes ago, I won't do it again, but
Yeah.
identical. Even the standard SLS for what, 190, we got ours for 190 US.
Correct.
So $190,000. again, I put that in a category of you can't buy a better car for that money. If you want a touring car and you don't want the dickhead visual appeal of a Lamborghini.
Yes.
But like insane.
I was saying we just drove that car 500 miles.
Yeah.
And I would say it might be my favorite car I've ever driven.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that good. I was shocked.
Mega.
Even the suspension in
Yeah.
the basic SLS.
So dialed in.
You put it in Sport Plus and it is sharp as a kitchen knife that you bought from Japan that's hand-folded steel. It's great.
That's very
You're just
specific.
slicing
description.
and dicing.
Really sharp.
Oh, you're just slicing and dicing the corners like Dave was driving up and down the mountain path looking to go to jail.
Oh yeah.
It's mega.
It was, yeah.
That's a cool pair of cars, man. I look forward to seeing the journey on those two.
Well, the journey on mine is going to literally be that. I'm not going to do anything to it. It's a true collector car for me. It's my replacement to the Senna, which I unfortunately sold. Date night car with the wife.
Exactly. You know.
Special car for a special lady.
Well.
You got two choices, okay? Two choices. You got this. You can get a DeLorean,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Or you can get a Pagani.
Or an original SL Gullwing.
Yeah, well, they're very classic, but very boring. I've driven a couple. Had the privilege because you know the world premiere restoring company for SL Gullwings is on Vancouver Island, where Dave and I grew up.
I remember you telling me that. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
It was built by a guy named Rudy, and his company was called Rudy & Co. And then he sold that off, and now it's called Coachworks on Vancouver Island. In Victoria, on Vancouver Island, is literally where like the royal family and all the billionaires send their garage find Gullwings, and they get rebuilt on this island here in Canada.
That's so random.
I know, of all the dumb I know, that's my, like, hold on, for the record, that's my Shmee moment. That's where I can actually sound like I know what I'm talking about. That's it. I'm not, everything else factual can go to Tim and you.
Awesome.
Dave and I are the dickheads on the internet.
That is right.
All right, until next time, we'll have her soon up in Kelowna, but we got to do the traditional send it all the way to Calgary. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Off to Calgary, get it all registered, all the inspections, stuff like that. And then we'll be able to do another road trip? Probably not. We'll keep the miles down on that one. It's my date night car, you know what I mean, guys? It'll be the car that I do like behind the scenes stuff outside of the regular DD videos.
That car. Look at that little weird looking guy.
Oh, God, that thing is sick. That's sick too. Do the moves, do the moves. Later, Ray.